to Dalesha's Life.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dalesha's Life. Did I cut you off there? Were you gonna say it?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, welcome back. Today we're gonna be showing you what it was like for my first protest and us going together, and what it was like being visually impaired going to a protest by yourself
here in Springfield, Illinois. So we're gonna show you what we got recorded. We didn't get everything recorded, but we got something to show you what it was like, and then we'll come back and tell you some more details and why we went and the whole deal.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That's probably true. Well, you're welcome. Especially important time.
Hold the sign up.
Well, thanks for coming out, guys.
Thank you.
When you look at
Here, hold it up. Okay.
it's a symbol, but it's
Ow.
Sorry.
he's such a knucklehead. It's a medical knucklehead.
With racism, prejudice, arrogance, and pride. Help today, oh God. Help us know the difference in each race and each culture. Help us to love one another in a greater and a better way. Increase among us sympathy, tolerance, and
it might resonate with some of you guys. It's called Still I Rise, and if you know it, feel free to take a second. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room? Just like moons and like suns, with certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes? Shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't take it all
More
too hard.
clarity than I had Monday, and today I have to ask you another question. Where do we go from here? What happens next? You see, protesting and marching and rioting are all good ways to get attention, and a great way to let an establishment know that you are fed up with the way things are. However, in the past 10 years alone, we have had many protests, we have had many marches, and we have had many riots, yet here we are again, doing the same thing for yet another incident that we previously marched and protested and rioted for in the past. Last night I asked myself, at what point do we stop marching? At what point do we stop protesting? At what point do we stop asking for change or stop asking?
Black Lives Matter. George Floyd. George Floyd. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd. Black Lives Matter.
Get behind us. Help us get the chance that we want. The chance that we deserve. The chance that we've been fighting for. Because we're tired of putting in work for absolutely nothing. We deserve the credit just as much as you do. And I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. There's no shame at all in going out and fighting for what you believe in. Something that you want to work your way to. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep believing, because eventually you're gonna get there. And all the people that said that you couldn't do it, you proved them wrong. Because they wanted to hang.
we have to come into the community. This is just a start. We're going to get involved with the youth. We're going to get involved with everybody so that we can start having dialogue with our police department and figuring out where to root the evil out in that situation. Because if we don't have good police, how can I feel protected? How can any of y'all feel protected? So, you know, I appreciate y'all, and I speak for the organization. We appreciate y'all for coming out here, hot days, all through that.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed watching that. Or, I mean, not enjoyed, but you know, saw a little bit of what we got. I thought about recording the second day we went. I didn't think about recording the first day just because it was our first, well, my first protest. I was a little nervous. just because of what we have been hearing on the news, and I've never been to something like this. So,
but I told her, don't worry. We live in a city of 120,000 people, so.
And it was daytime.
It was daytime. So I said, if we were going to go at night at 10 o'clock or midnight, even though where we live, I didn't think anything was going to happen, but still, it was a good idea just to. Anyway, so to give you some context, first of all, we need to mention both days that we went, it was 94 degrees.
Well, no, not
blazing
both days.
sun. Well, one day was 93, I think, or 92.
91, yeah.
Blazing sun, no clouds, and barely any breeze. Now you go.
I was gonna say, and we wore T-shirts, so
we did.
And so.
What'd you think?
I mean, it was. I went there. I took it for what it was. Everybody was nice. Thank goodness. We saw, black people, white people. Everybody came together.
We saw people in wheelchairs. We saw older people, younger people. So we weren't the only ones with a disability.
Yeah. So everybody came together. I really appreciate. Now I can say, I guess I enjoy living in Springfield because, like I said, when we saw the news in bigger cities, it was scary. So if we even wanted to go protest other places, I would have been really hesitant to go, even though, I want to march and be a part of something that looks like is going to be changed. There's a lot of different changes for the better. We're headed, from what I can tell, in a good direction. I did not agree with the bigger cities, protesting when it got out of hand with
the rioting,
with the riots and the fires and the looting. That's not how we're
non-violent people.
Yeah,
by nature we're non-confrontational.
Yeah, we don't like
non-violent.
that. So, and then also I think being visually impaired, I just like I said, if we were in a big city, I would have told him. No, I don't feel comfortable.
Well, and even if we would have gone, let's say in Chicago, which is the closest big city St. Louis too. That's true. Those big cities, if we would have ended up going, I probably would have been a lot more on edge and would have been looking around the whole time.
Yeah.
So if something would have started, I could have grabbed and said, "Let's go quick and run."
And see, even us trying to look around and be cautious, we're
always at a disadvantage, right?
Right. We were in the middle of people or surrounded by people. So if anything were to happen, we probably would have been trampled on because we were in the thick of it with everyone trying to keep up. But go ahead. No, go ahead.
And even though some things have kind of passed, we really didn't talk about this on our channel.
Yeah.
This is kind of a
feel-good channel.
It's kind of a feel-good channel, but this is one of those things that we both agreed that it was worth going to. We like to stay quiet. We like to stay silent about controversial things.
Just because we're not confrontational.
We're not confrontational, but this is one of those things that
we're gonna. We talked about having a kid one day, and he's gonna be half of him or she and half of me, and we want to make sure that our kid hopefully grows up in a world with great changes that benefit him or her and doesn't make her feel out of place, that her classmates are not picking on her or him because of the color of her skin.
And I think everybody knows, regardless of how you feel about these things, about, let's say, the riots or the this or the that, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, the idea that somebody dies because they had a knee on their neck for almost 9 minutes, and that by a person who was a police officer, it doesn't matter even if they weren't supposed to protect you. It's wrong.
I'm saying the fact that he was a police officer.
Fine.
He was supposed,
and I would say, I've heard a lot of different things on the news and a lot of different things on whatever, all these commentators and different things. But here's how I would say it. Everybody says that we all know this. Everybody, no matter what you look like, has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's in the preamble of the Constitution of this country. So every citizen gets that. But the second thing is that when a cop does that and kills somebody like that, right? No matter if they're white, if they're black, it doesn't matter. Another right that we all have is the right to a fair and speedy trial. You have the right to face your accuser. So if an officer appears on the scene and he says, hey, this guy's doing something wrong, the only right that officer has is to detain him and take him to jail and make sure that he goes to court. But the person who decides if that person that he arrested was guilty or not is either a judge of the court or a jury of his peers, not the officer. So that's another right that he took away. And everybody, I think we all can agree on that was wrong. It doesn't matter. Even if you love cops, even if you hate this, it doesn't matter. That was completely wrong. Regardless of who
took it
George
way
Floyd
too far.
was, regardless of who the officer was, it doesn't make any difference. Good point. He's still, but he's probably not gonna be an officer anymore. But
no, but yeah,
good point.
The guy, whoever he is,
I forgot his name. Derek. No. Well, doesn't matter.
Somebody will tell us in the comments.
He was a bad individual. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So regardless,
so remember to always be kind, no matter who you are, what you look like. Always get to know the person, like we always say, to get to know us. So also get to know other people who are different from you. And remember, we all are allowed and have a right to think differently. But that doesn't mean take it to violence and killing someone.
And I think that from here on out, if issues that are very big and really important to us really probably do, or they do come up, we probably will say something about it in the future. Like I said, we tried to be.
But again, we're not confrontational people, so
Correct.
I hope when we do talk about it, and with this video, you don't take it as, you know, something wrong. Or
Even if we were confrontational, let's be honest here. A couple of blind people running and trying to loot a store, or trying to think, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have gotten too far, been too successful with it. So even if we did believe in that,
no,
we
but I'm
probably
just
would've
saying,
been.
like, what we may say may
True,
not be
true.
the words that we choose. You know, we're not trying to be confrontational, and we just wanted to show you guys how it went in our city and how
And let
it's
you know
nice
how
to-
we feel. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, 'cause this is important. You guys watch us, and I'm sure you want to know how we feel about this.
Even
and
though
we've been
nobody
quiet.
asked.
Even though nobody asked, but that was out of respect, I'm sure, because they knew we said on one of the last videos, we're a happy channel and we choose not to talk about these things. But it just got to the point where we said, we shouldn't be quiet anymore. There's no need to. Let's say it and let's be done and do it. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh no, I'm just saying. So just remember, white, black, even though, because I will say my family sometimes says things that make some of my friends feel uncomfortable. So try to remember that when you're talking. You know, don't try and always think that, let's say, the white person or the black person is always in the wrong or always a bad person. Just get to know them personally and not get to know them because of the color of their skin or what they choose to believe or do. You know, something like that. So.
Yeah. And the way I was raised by my mom, and she always said to me, and I think this is important. I think this is how what I'm gonna tell my son or daughter, and I'm sure she's gonna say the same. My mom always said to me, listen, when I was growing up, she said, I don't care what you do, who you date, what you believe, any of those things, I don't care. She said, as long as you don't sell drugs to kids, let's say, or you don't hurt people purposely, she said, I don't care. She said, if you end up marrying a black woman, I don't care. If you end up marrying a Mexican man, let's say, and you're gay, I don't care. She says, it doesn't bother me. She says, if you're a Buddhist, if you're this, if you're atheist, I couldn't care less. She's like, but if you go out and you start hurting people, or if you go out and you start doing things that are knowingly going to hurt, she said, then I'll have a problem with it. And that was always the philosophy that she instilled in me, and I think that's the way to be. And my mom's actions also spoke to the words that she told me. She was like, she always accepted everybody. We had every type of person over the house.
She's still alive.
She still does. Oh yeah, that's a good. She's still alive. She's 61 and she still marches. She still protests and she's still friends with everybody. So anyway.
So just remember when you go to the grocery store, even in these, we're still dealing with coronavirus, even though that kind of took a back seat
for a little bit. Yeah.
So even when you're out at the grocery store or pumping gas or something, even though you're 6 feet apart, if you see somebody struggling, having a heart attack or anything, if they don't look like you, it doesn't matter. Always assist if you can, and be there if they need you.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this, guys.
Well, took something away from it at least.
Yeah, and we hope that you enjoyed us telling you how we feel about something that's been a very big topic. It's been a very big issue, and something that really was important enough to us to where we participated, and we actually decided to break the rule on this channel and mention and talk about a serious issue, because we usually don't. So. And
also, I know people who watched the previous video. Yes, I did cut my hair. I will make a video about that, but we felt like this should go up before that one. And if you haven't seen the process of me going to get my hair cut for the first time, all of it off, make sure you go check that video out.
That was Monday's video.
Yes, and I like it so far. It's easier to put on shirts. It's easier for the summertime. You know, with it being so hot. I mean, we jumped into summer. It was 60s and 70s, and now it's 80s and 90s. At least it has been for the past week.
All of a sudden, can you imagine if we would have gone to that march? We would have been speed walking with everybody under a 94-degree sun, and then all that hair you would have had.
Yeah, I know. Oh, by the way, he has a heart condition, and I have a knee problem. Yeah. I broke my knee years ago, so just think about that.
The second day we went to the march, she's just laughing about this because this is how we are, right? Like she said, my heart and her knee. So at the end, we ended up falling behind, and the whole crowd passed us.
Right.
And we couldn't even keep up anymore because I was exhausted. Her knee was killing her.
Hot.
And then the cop, the cruiser who was bringing up the back of the thing, the march or whatever, he came by and he rolled his window down. He says, "Hey, are you guys okay? You need to."
I was thinking about saying, "No, sir. Can I please get in your car?" But no, he made sure we were okay up until probably right when we got to the street where we were meeting up with everyone.
We were pretty close to the end, but it was clear that we ran out of steam. And we had a bottle of water, which was as hot as the sun was, so it really didn't do much to help.
And it tasted funny. So
anyway.
make sure you guys follow us on all our socials.
Ask us any questions that you do have. And because one more thing I'd like to say, sorry, before we mention that, you know, guys, like she said earlier about us talking about this issue, because one day we're gonna have a kid and everything. For all of our new subscribers, really, just so you guys know, you know, one of these days in the near future, we are planning to have a kid, and we're pretty much in the near future here, and we're going to bring you guys along for the ride, and we're going to show you everything. And you know, number one, like she said, we're obviously an interracial couple, obviously, and number two, we also have a visual impairment. So stay tuned, stick around, because we want to take you guys through that journey with us, and we want you guys to ask us every question that you have. Because the idea of changing things, the way to change things, the way to whatever, is to have an open discussion. We want you guys to ask us. You're not going to offend us. You're not going to piss us off.
Well, don't say anything stupid. But
yeah. I mean, obviously, as long as you don't use derogatory terms and you just ask a general question. If you have an honest question, hey, how do you guys do this? That's not going to offend us. If it offends her, then I'll answer. And if it offends me, then she'll answer. We're two people and we wear in the same account. It's not a problem.
I was going to say, and also, depending on the question, we may already have a video.
We may.
So...
And if not, we may make a video about it if the question is good enough and a lot of people like the comment or agree that they want to know the answer.
Yeah. Right? So, again...
like, comment, subscribe.
And share this video and let us know if you went to a march or if you donated. You know, we want to keep the conversation going. We're curious. And we really, really appreciate the new subscribers. And not only just the fact of having new subscribers, the fact that a lot of you guys are leaving comments finally. It's just... making our day, seeing the comments and leaving, you know, thumbs ups and things like that. We really appreciate it.
We do.
And we feel like we're finally making a
dent.
Yeah.
In the YouTube universe. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video, turn on the post notification bell after you subscribe, and
our links are down below.
Yes, they are. And they're also at the bottom of the video.
Right. Always look. That's true. That's a new thing.
That's true.
We've been doing for a while. Always at the bottom. At least mine are, and then you can find him.
No, I need to worry about finding me.
Anyway, but I was gonna say, for those of you who may follow us on Instagram, then you saw us go to the march too. So for our new subscribers, make sure you definitely follow us on Instagram and our other socials so you can keep up to date before a video comes out about it. Then you are already ahead of the curve.
Bingo.
And
we will see you guys on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. And
on Monday? Oh yeah, because this is Thursday.
And feel free to ask us any questions, any comments, leave them below, and we will talk about them. Okay, guys? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you Monday. Bye.